Hey, if we're gonna do this, you gotta chill. Can you sit? Come on. No. Okay. Okay. Have at it. Have at it. Lick my face. Lick my face. I just realized I put on perfume before filming this clip, and I don't really know what I was trying to achieve by doing that, so.
Shower while it was baking in the oven, but we are going to try bacon. Have it as a pretty thick paste.
What's up, King Cats? Today is Friday the 30th. I am back home. Mom's coming down the stairs. I see her. I'm about to go work out. I am in my sports bra because I just took a picture of this for the gram. I will tell you guys more about this later, but this is something that I guess I'll tell you about it now because I'm holding it. I'm trying a product from PE Science that I typically only seen men use because they're normally the ones that are like, yeah, gotta eat, gotta have this big appetite. But this is Anabeta Elite. It is a bulking agent. Sorry, like I still have my morning voice. I sound disgusting. But it's a bulking agent. So the people that I know that have used this have used it for obviously when they're on growing diets, so they're not in a deficit. They use it to help with their appetite. So that's the main reason why I'm using it, because you guys know I'm struggling with having an appetite to eat all the food that I have to eat. It's really frustrating. But, so, like it says, it's designed for bulking diets, and also they've said it helps with appetite, helping to stimulate appetite, and also helping with recovery. So, those are both things that we all need when we're trying to grow. Appetite and recovery. So I'm adding that. I'm not taking it right now because you're supposed to take 2 capsules with your 2 biggest meals, so 4 capsules per day. But like I said, I'm adding this, and I'm also doing a giveaway with PE Science for the month of October. Make sure you go check out my Instagram post for that. I'll pop it up on the screen so you can go find it. And yeah, but for now, since I'm about to go work out, I'm going to take my standard 2 scoops of high volume, 1 scoop of alphamine, get turned. I'm not going to film this workout right now because I got to get it done fast because I have a hair appointment. And I filmed some clips from my new programming on, what day was that? Tuesday. So I'll just put those here. I'm going to do probably like a voiceover with them because I want to talk to you guys about some things with my new program. And here we go with the workout clip. Go, go, go. Yes, because I'm proud of you. Mom, tell them what you just told me.
Okay, so since I've retired, I've continued to try working out and walking the dogs a lot and picking up the pace. So today I hit a new record low since probably 3 or 4 years ago when I broke my leg and ankle and couldn't do anything.
Yay.
I'm so proud of her. I'm so proud of her. Like this video if you're proud of Mama Dunc. I love you, Mommy.
I'm very proud. See, guys, I have good examples for active people. Mama and my dad, he plays hockey and he's golfed like forever.
Make that money back if I had you to town with the bees and my rock star skinny.
What's up, you guys? So I just wanted to film a quick voiceover for this workout footage from my workout on Tuesday. So I'm going to start off here with talking about some of my squat setup. I'm going to start this off first and foremost by saying that one, I still hate low bar squatting. It's 15 weeks later and I hate low bar squatting. I squatted high bar for years, so I am still adjusting. And in that, I wasn't a perfect high bar squatter, and I'm sure as heck not a perfect low bar squatter. So, you know, sometimes depth is shoddy, sometimes bar path is not the greatest. And honestly, like, sometimes I'm like, I don't even want to post these because they kind of suck. But then I'm like, you know what, you should post this because none of us are perfect lifters. Not every training session is going to have perfect form, especially like towards the end. You guys will see I'm going for like the heaviest set that I've ever done for low bar, and it's not the prettiest, and that just happens sometimes. But anyway, another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about, like a squatting and deadlifting tip, is keeping your setup the same. So every time I approach the bar, every time I put the bar on my back, every time I walk the bar out, I do it the exact same. I step up to it, I grab the bar, I get it on my back, take a deep breath in, I lift it off the rack, I don't immediately walk back, I let it oscillate, like get done oscillating, and then I take 1, 2, 3 steps back. First step to set my left foot, second step to set my right foot, and then the third step is just to make sure they're in line. And then here you guys see me putting on a belt. I've gotten a lot of questions about when it's appropriate to use a belt and when it's not. I personally only use a belt when it's my heaviest set or sets for support. It helps remind me to create that intra-abdominal pressure that you're going for when you're training. I personally don't think you should rely on belts for anything outside of that, because you should be able to create that abdominal pressure yourself. This is just as a reminder and as a safety thing for when you're approaching, you know, your heaviest weights. This right here was 165. I did that for my top sets, and it was pretty rough. That's the most I've ever low bar squatted, period, much less for anything rep oriented. Like I said, I'm not used to low bar squatting. But yeah, so with this next phase of programming, we are incorporating some more strength work, so a little bit lower rep so that I can push weight a bit more as opposed to the higher rep hypertrophy work that I've been doing. We're focusing on that more so in my compound lifts. Accessory work is still staying more hypertrophy focused, so that will be a bit more higher rep still, but I'm really excited to have the strength programming in for my compound lifts, as that's how I prefer to train as opposed to training my compound lifts in the higher rep ranges. I'm just excited to put heavier weight on my back, hit some PRs, and just gradually continue to get better. Low bar squatting, hip thrusts, pulling, all of that jazz. So that has been it for the voiceover, and well, we're gonna move into another voiceover right about now. I just want to talk to you guys about growing season so far. I'm gonna start off with, I tried filming this clip yesterday, but yesterday was a cluster, so we're talking about it today. But you guys know, if you've been following along for a while, at the end of my contest season, I did get blood work done. I never shared with you guys the results because I decided I kind of wanted to wait until I had something that I could compare it with. So I did go and get, he is so cute, oh my gosh. I did go and get my blood tested again, and I got the results back. So just a brief little discussion of those. Immediately post-contest, almost all of my hormone levels were normal, except for thyroid, which is completely normal when you diet down. Your thyroid does down, all of your hormones down regulate when you diet. Like, that is to be expected. If you're gonna prep for a show, or if you're gonna diet in general, be prepared for hormonal down regulation across the board. It's just what happens. But at the end of my contest prep, my thyroid was just a touch low. It was a lot less low than we were expecting, which was really, really good sign. So it wasn't as low as we were expecting, but it was still on the low end of the range. So I needed to get that back up. And then my estradiol is the form of estrogen in women of reproductive age. 21, I fit into that category. My estradiol was also very low. Now, as I said, all of your hormones downregulate when you diet. It doesn't matter what kind of hormone it is, it's pretty much gonna downregulate, except for like your hunger hormones, which go up because your body's trying to get you to eat. But anyway, so long story short, I was expecting a downregulation in sex hormones. My testosterone was fine, but my estradiol was not, and it was a lot lower than I was happy with. And I knew that it would be low. It didn't come as a surprise, but it still was kind of like, oh, literally, my estradiol was at the levels of a postmenopausal woman. So that was a bit like, I was expecting it, but not to that bad of a degree. Just like I was expecting my thyroid to be a lot lower than it actually was, I wasn't expecting my estradiol to be that low, but it was. So I just got tested again, and I'll try and pop a clip up on the screen like from what I did yesterday comparing the two results, but both hormones, both thyroid and estradiol, are back in normal, happy, good levels, and I'm really excited about that. And the reason I say this, it's like I said, it's not a surprise that hormones downregulate, but it's something that we need to talk about, especially as females. Like, you need to be aware that your hormones are going to downregulate, and that is something that is part of the huge reason why you need to take time off. That is part of the huge reason why you need to cut down your cardio, why you need to eat more food, why you need to put on some body fat in your growing season. You can't stay stage lean, and that is a huge part of why it is not healthy. Thank you, little mini rant there. They're all back to normal now, and people ask like, oh, what do you do to get your hormones back in check? In terms of a diet, in terms of a contest period, just go back to normal afterwards. Like I said, decrease your cardio, increase your food, put a little bit of weight on. Like, it's not an overnight process, just like the downregulation of those hormones is not an overnight process. So just slowly getting back to normal, slowly working your way back up in terms of calories, in terms of weight, in a mindful and intelligent way, obviously. So things are good hormonally, and I could not be happier about that. Literally, that was something that I had been praying over. When I saw the results, I cried because I was so happy. Like, I knew that they would upregulate, but like in the back of my head, I was like, but what if they don't? So I just feel a lot more at peace knowing that they did. So that is that. And then I talked to you guys a bit about what's going on with programming and the voiceover that I did with the workout clip. So just to reiterate, a little bit more strength programming, a little bit less high rep hypertrophy work for my compound lifts. There's still a lot of hypertrophy focused stuff in the rest of my program and my accessory movements. So far we've added 1.5 inches to my glute circumference, so that has been awesome. I've been able to develop more mindful glute contraction while I'm training, so that was kind of the purpose of the whole hypertrophy. Like, such intensive hypertrophy phase was to help me develop more mindful glute contraction. We've added over 1,000 calories to my daily diet, so hashtag team eating good. And then we've been incorporating free meals, and I don't have to do hella cardio anymore, so that's super nice. And that's how it should be when you're not competing. It's not rocket science. But so all around things have been really great. That does not mean that it's been without obstacles. So some of the obstacles that I've faced so far, you guys have heard me talk to you about this. My digestive capacity is not where I would like it. So I think that the reason I'm having digestive issues in terms of trying to push more food in is because I'm just a smaller person now. And I think that makes it a harder load on the body. It makes it a larger load on the body to try and push in the same amount of food that I was eating when I was 20 pounds heavier. That just makes sense in my head. So it's a bigger load on my digestive system to eat the same amount of calories I was when I was, 20 pounds heavier. So people, when they're like, why don't you just eat more food? I'm like, because it freaking hurts. And because my digestive system just says, stop it. And there's only so much you can do. So we are gradually trying to keep pushing food in, but it's a struggle sometimes. Like, there's a lot of days when I'm like bloated, especially when I've been backed up, and it's just, oh, it sucks. And like, when I'm bloated, when I'm backed up, when things aren't running smoothly, like, it impacts my training. Like, I push through to the best of my ability, but that has been a really huge obstacle, has been the digestive thing. So I'm being proactive about that by upping, the number of cultures in my probiotic, started taking some enzymes and just taking more proactive measures, eating simpler foods, all of that. And then another obstacle I've been facing is frustration with slowness of growth. So I know in my smart person brain that muscle growth takes a long time. I'm aware of that. Like, I'm not an idiot, especially when you're a girl because you have naturally lower testosterone levels. But last improvement season, weight came on much quicker, but that's because I was putting on a lot of fat, because I wasn't being smart, because I was essentially binge eating on the weekends. And that was not quality tissue. So while the weight came up pretty fast, it wasn't quality muscle tissue. It was a lot of fat. And that's what I needed mentally at the time, but that's not what I'm going for this time. I'm going for good, solid, hard muscle. And yes, there was some muscle added then, but again, just was not an ideal situation. So weight gain has been a lot slower this time, which is good in terms of muscle growth, because like I said, muscle takes a long time to put on, but I still struggle to keep perspective at times, guys. Like, I'm not immune to struggle. I struggle to keep perspective. I struggle to, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, why am I doing this? Like, again, oh, this sucks. Like, sometimes I do get really frustrated because growing is slow and it's hard. Yeah, it's been rough. Like, that's been the mentally toughest part, because sometimes I want it to happen faster, and you can't always make it happen faster. And that's something I tell you guys all the time, that I tell my clients all the time, is it's slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady. So, good thing is I have months to keep improving. So, we're in it for the long haul here. And so what's next? I do have a new program, like I mentioned before. I prefer mixing strength and hypertrophy as opposed to just doing one or just doing the other. Like, while I enjoyed, strictly strength training for a period, while I enjoyed strictly hypertrophy training for a period, I am happy Dunc, middle of the Venn diagram, when we are combining both. So I'm really happy to have that now. Like, I'm really enjoying this new program. Food keeps going in. That is another thing. Food keeps going in, like, as much as I can handle, at least. Like, we're trying, we're working. Trying Anabeta from PE Science, and so far, so good in terms of hunger. Like, things are finally starting to come back online. And yeah, digestion is, like, it's kind of up and down, so I'm just taking things as they come. I'm doing what I can, and I'm not giving up. So far, so good. Nick is really pleased with how things are going. Robin is really pleased with how things are going, and no matter how frustrated I get, I am very pleased with how things are going. I'm really enjoying life. I'm able to, go out with friends more. I'm able to go on family vacation tomorrow with my family and enjoy food, not be bogged down by cardio, not be bogged down by, you know, being super low carb. I'm able to just like enjoy life. And I just feel, I don't know if you guys get this vibe when I talk to y'all, but I just feel like this, and this is not solely related to training, but I just feel like so abundant lately and so just fully happy. And it's like, and I felt that way like kind of ever since I moved. And that's how I know that God put me in the right place. And that's how I know that I'm like on the path to doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Like, I just, hold on a second, my camera's about to overheat. I just feel like where I'm at in just about every avenue of my life with work, you know, with my clients, with my programs that I'm making, with my website, with just like social media, with school, with training, with my friends, with my family, with everything. I just feel like I'm where I'm supposed to be. And I just feel this incredible sense of not only true balance in my life, but peace and just comfort. And you know, not every day, and this is, oh God, like unintentional feels, not every day. And this again is not just with relating to training, nutrition, you know, all that stuff, but just with life in general. Not every day is a perfect day, and there are times that are still hard, and there are things in my life that are still not, you know, 100%, but like, these are happy tears. Like, life is just so good. Like, look at this dog. Come here, Logan. Come here. Life is just so good right now, and I'm very, very blessed to be where I am, just literally in this place right now with this beautiful puppy. I just feel very happy, and I just want to share that with you guys. Thank you for letting me share my life with you. Look at how cute we are. I love you. I miss you so much. But that's where I'm going to cut it for the video. Like I mentioned, I'm going on family vacation tomorrow. I will not be vlogging. I just want to take the time to spend with my family and enjoy the trip. So I will see you guys in whatever the next video is. I love you so much. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for watching me and my weirdness. I love you guys. All right. Bye. So yummy. So yummy. Oh.